John, I suspect we have lots of talking points to go through in this game, but first and foremost, with 10 men for almost the entire game, your team's performance was really good. You must be really proud of your players.
Well, I am. They were fantastic today. You've got their players coming off, telling us how well we played. We were miles better than them, and that's a testament. The players don't lie. They know what the score is, and just disappointing that we conceded towards the end. Because we'd had chances to make it 3-1, to be honest. And there wasn't a great deal we could do about it. Lloyd's upset about the first one. It's a silly penalty to give away, but we showed a lot of character to get back in front. And then really, we hadn't really come under too much undue pressure. A couple of long-range efforts, and it's a cross into the box. It's a good header, to be fair, and it's a good finish by their lads. So you've got to give them a little bit of credit, but just disappointing that we couldn't see it off for so long. Given
the circumstances and the performance as a team, could Stevenage have had any complaints if you had held on to win it?
Well, the point is absolutely crucial to them, because if they'd have lost today, it would have took them down to the wire with Luton, and it could have stopped them getting into the playoffs. So I don't think they would have had any complaints, but they'd have been bitterly disappointed if they had against 10 men.
Al Graston, Nicky Hunt was sent off inside 2 minutes. Can you shed any light on what appeared to be an absolutely bizarre incident on the far side of the pitch?
Listen, 70 yards away from me. The only thing I seen was a Stevenage player jump across Nicky as he was taking a quick throw, which is against the rules, and if it's not delaying the restart, I don't know what is. And that's all I can see, and that's all I can comment on, because for Nicky to get a straight head, anybody who knows Nicky knows he's not a violent person. He's got a blemish there now, and he's been sent off for violent conduct. I know Nicky's not a violent person. I know Nicky, in the 30 seconds into a game, he's a seasoned pro. He's not going to punch someone, is he? So that's all I can say about it.
So you feel it should have been stopped before he even got to come into blows with anybody, if that's indeed what happened?
Well, the perpetrator has won. So what you're doing is you're giving a licence for people to cheat and win, and that shouldn't be allowed to happen. Well, cheat's maybe an harsh word, but to blatantly flout the rules. You can't jump across someone after taking a throw in and stop it. And he got away with that here without a yellow card. So that's my only take on the incident. Whatever happens after that, that's the referee's discussion.
You did go in front though, even with a numerical disadvantage. One of 2 goals from Sean Maguire, who looked terrific today.
Oh, a couple of our players will say he was disappointing again. A couple of our fans will. I can't believe a couple were trying to say that he didn't play well on Tuesday, because he was outstanding on Tuesday. So he might suffer from Sean McConville syndrome, and the fact that no matter what you do, people don't like it. So, but no, Sean was absolutely magnificent today, and you're loath to take him off, but he couldn't have kept up that work rate for that long. We got probably 5 minutes more out of him than what we expected. It was fantastic, and as all the lads were, to be fair. They all put a shift in, and it didn't look like a dead rubber to anybody watching, certainly from our point of view. We looked like a team who was desperate to win the game, and that's what I like to see, and that's what we're trying to build here.
How good is it to see that response from your players, not the sort of sighing and relief and perhaps taking the foot off the gas, but actually going again in what is always a closely fought game because of the history between the teams? Well,
if you look back to games we've lost this season, you probably feel a little bit disappointed that we haven't showed that type of, not commitment, but that type of spirit and resilience, really. Because Stevenage is in the playoffs and we're not. We played them at their place and we were above them. And they've got on a consistent run and we haven't. And I know we're a better side than Stevenage. We proved that today. But what won't lie is the league table. But I know deep down we are. And, we've got to try and resist the balance, and we've got to try and get ourselves to where we know we should be in the league.
Another game unbeaten. I guess that's another positive you can take.
It is, but it's another game without a clean sheet, and that's the frustrating thing for me at the moment. But we showed some lovely attacking. Pitch was very, very difficult to play on today, and some of the football we played was breathtaking. And that was with 10 men. So at times we cut them open with 10 men, and that doesn't happen very often.